I was good, man.
What it is. Ready to talk North London things?
Sadly.
Oh,
So first
get
of all,
ready.
today, today we're gonna talk about like Spurs and how good they're doing the summer transfer window. I have a Spurs fan right next to it. As you could tell by his face, it's a little.
Already know.
So
You already know. Let's
he's a.
talk big man things. North London, N17. What it is, what it do.
You could tell by his face and by the way he acts, he's a little depressed, but he's fine. He's a Spurs fan. He happens to the best of them, to be honest with you.
Hey man,
Um.
we happy on this side, man.
All right. Okay. So also, since you're American, it's football in this podcast. All right, not soccer, football. All right.
Copy.
It's
It was only about 2 weeks ago I started calling it football. So,
yeah, because if it's soccer, I'm literally gonna beep you up.
all right, it's a
Um,
curse word. Got it.
basically, yeah. So we're gonna start off with the lineups, right? So you see how Spurs have done a lot of signings, with Richarlison, like Glegg coming in. We got and plenty of players. You guys have a deep ass squad, to be honest with you, because like I see the bench. I went to the PL fantasy teams, right? And I saw like the full squads, and you guys have a lot of midfielders. Even though
Yeah.
some of them probably will go to on loan or probably will get sold by the end of the window, but I still put it just in case. And I just want to start off with your lineup if the season would start today, since you're a fan. You feel me?
If the season starts today,
If the
got
season
it.
starts today,
With the
what's your
signees that we have
right
up
now?
to this point.
Yeah, right now. Oh, count
Gotcha.
Leclerc. Even though he's not official, he's gonna be
Okay,
official.
I'll count him too. Yeah, because it's pretty much just like letting the ink dry at this point.
Yeah,
But
it's like
okay,
just letting like the suspense and stuff like that. Like just make sure to look before you start though. Okay, matter of fact, you go.
okay. So with the signees that we have so far, starting 11 at goal, Lloris, obviously. Okay, back three, right center back, Romero, got Dyer, and then at left center back. As much as it like weirds me out to say this, actually no, I'm gonna go with the guy from Barca, Lenglet. I'm gonna go with him, left center back. The reason I say this, from what I've come to understand, he had a down year at Barca, right? He was absolute garbage. I'm I'm really hoping it's just like a year of bad form, because if I have to say Ben Davies is starting at left center back, then that's a problem. He was serviceable second half of the season, but I'm gonna go with the guy we're getting from Barca on loan. Fine. All right, wing backs. At left wing back, Perisic, obviously. Although we do have a what is that a weird thing to call out?
I forgot about him.
Oh, come on. So obviously he's a great signing. People at Inter love him. And a lot of people are sad.
I watched Inter this year in person.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
amazing.
So he's a beast, and that's not to say that who we have currently, Young, is bad. He was just a little bit inconsistent, but he showed up in like pretty big games.
Like the
He
Liverpool
showed,
match.
yeah, he showed up in big games. So like I think like we have like two very like good left center backs, right? Wing backs. At right wing back, we haven't signed one yet. So
But you guys been
Doherty,
good though.
yeah, Doherty's gonna he has to. Emerson, are you kidding me? Emerson had
Wow.
one great game against Liverpool, and like how Tottenham fans are sometimes. It's like you have one good game, and I think we're getting ready to like not sell you off when you should be getting sold off. Emerson is not a good right wing back. He's just not. So I'm gonna go with Doherty. Doherty was amazing before he got injured. Let's keep it a stack. Now I'm gonna skip the midfielder because the midfielding is where like we got a lot of options. So let me skip that right now.
Whoa, okay.
At front three, I'm keeping it the same. Son, Kane, Kulusevski. Reason being is that Richarlison, like he's pretty much like a striker, like a left wing.
He's a left wing
Right?
striker, yeah.
You're right.
I mean,
So
but like it's just Everton. Like this is a problem with my opinion with Richarlison. It's like everything was so bad this whole season that he was playing everywhere. And he was decently, but
which is
it's
great.
Everton fighting for relegation. So
like for that reason, we were so good. Why would you want to mess up that front three? That was like an amazing front three.
But you gotta
And
remember it's country being the manager. Like this is not a scrub.
but here's my thing, right? People would say that like Kulusevski performing well was like, oh, a run of good form. I don't know if you can say like
no.
a whole second half of like playing
No.
extremely well. He had like 5 goals, 9 assists, or whatever he had. That's not a run of good form.
He's legit.
That
He's
is,
legit.
yeah.
I mean, like, you guys are getting deeper, I guess. Like, you guys, like, Conte knows that you guys are playing on the weekdays as well. So, like,
Plus, when you think about it, all the best teams in the league, look at Liverpool, you look at Man City, Chelsea to an extent, they have very elite people coming off the bench, right?
Yeah.
Like you look at like Jack Grealish coming off of the bench, $100 million. I know. Okay, maybe bad example, but what I'm saying, or like Firmino coming off the bench for Jota at one point, right? Like that kind of stuff. Right, that kind of stuff has to happen if you want to make a deep run. So like people like talk crap about us signing Richarlison, like it's because he plays behind like Son and Kane. It's like, yeah, that should happen.
I don't understand. Like I feel like I mean with the English media, they will never be satisfied. Like you saying Richarlison, like the English media always wants Spurs to be ambitious in the summer transfer window. They haven't done it for the past 3 years. Like maybe they haven't really done it in general. Yeah. But now that they are, they're saying like signing too much players, this and that. Conte's not demanding to like. That's just like the English media in general, just being a bunch of like, you know. I
mean, I think also the English media is like, even with like non-sports or soccer stuff, they just love to talk. So you could just like chalk it up to the English media being the English media. But staying within like the lineup talk, like the front three has to stay intact, and Richarlison has to be sort of like that wild card that has to like come in for either Son or Kane for extra energy. And plus he has to come in and they're going to play a lot of games next season. If they want to make a deep Champions League run, deep trophy runs in League Cup and FA Cup, Kane has to like, let's be honest, is due for an injury. Like he's been injury free for like a year and a half, and he's injury prone. So like he has to take a pause on some games. It's a reality.
So you're midfield. Remember, you only have 2 because you already have.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one's hard. Let's look at the midfield options. You got Oliver Skip, who's really good.
We got the new. You got the new players.
Basuma. You got Oliver Skip, Basuma,
and Dumbledore, Winks. Bentancur, Skip.
Okay, can we narrow that down to like 4 options that are like legitimate options for Tottenham next season? Basuma. Okay, but there's 4 options though. Let's not talk about Lo Celso and Dembele and Winks, because no. There's Basuma, there's Højbjerg, there's Oliver Skip, and there's Bentancur. From those 4, who is gonna start? That's a hard one. I can already rule out Skip, even though he was amazing. So now it comes down to like, will Basuma start in place of Højbjerg and Bentancur? I don't bench Bentancur just because I think one of the things that we've been missing for a long time is creativity in the midfield. So I keep Bentancur. So I think what I maybe want, I probably want to keep Højbjerg just to start the season and have Basuma come off the bench.
Wow.
That's what I'm going to say. I just love Højbjerg's toughness. He's like a solid central defender. Maybe not as creative as like a Basuma or a Bentancur, but he's just like a rock in the middle of the fucking field. Like,
wow. Yeah. Wow. Okay, man.
Let's hear yours.
To be honest, I want to like be more like of an offensive-minded lineup, like really offensive. But by
the way, mine I didn't change anything really in mine that didn't merit a change. You know what I'm saying? Like where I changed my lineups were in places that we needed it. Because I feel like you
win back, you needed that.
Yeah, like I changed it in places that we absolutely needed it. And like, why rock the boat? We ended the season so well last season. Like you got to let these newer players, no matter how elite they are, sort of prove themselves. So they got to earn that starting position.
So listen, so I put a 3-5-2. That's my lineup, right? So I put an offensive-minded lineup because of the City end role and how he could help in the
Mhm.
defensive end. It would be a 4 in the back basically. So like I went with the with Loris. I was like your last four is the same thing as mine. Loris, Lenglet, Dyer, and Romero. And Lenglet, like even though you said he had a down season, like Barcelona never really played him. Like he didn't get no play time. So
Okay.
he's like I'm guessing like just
Wait, sorry, you said you're gonna start him?
I start him, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I start him because I don't see he's
Wait,
like
I said I would start him too,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah.
No, but I said like even though you said like it was a down season for him, he didn't play at all because the coaches, the managers never
Well,
trusted him.
okay, yeah, and I was gonna say like I think that's a weird narrative to place on a player. He had a
Yeah,
down year, and this is from I'm only saying that because that is from what I've heard from a lot of people, from pundits. I don't watch Barca games, but
yeah, but he hasn't even played.
exactly. So like, how
Like
can
they
people
would
say he had
put
a down
every
season?
Garcia in Araujo or Piqué Araujo or even
Yeah.
Piqué. Like he wouldn't even play. He wouldn't even play.
Okay.
So I put Lenglet because, in my opinion, like at their best, like even though Davis is like a scrappy center back, like he will try his best, like defend. But like, you can
He's
see the effort. You can see
he,
the effort.
he's effort, but he's always like 2 inches away from a hard tackle in the box from a fucking red card or something, man. The guy scares the living crap out of me anytime he goes in for something. I hate it.
And I don't see Sanchez gaining contra
No.
trust. Like I actually think he's on his way out.
I think he's a great player though. Like you don't think Sanchez is a great player? He
No.
shouldn't start because
I know. He just had like that one good season when you guys went to the finals. And that's it.
he played really well for us when he came in and played last season. He scored like weirdly enough like 3 goals for us last season.
That's ridiculous.
And he played pretty good defense on a couple of occasions, like enough for me to like remember it. But yeah, I totally get it. He shouldn't start.
So my midfielder in the beginning of the season, like you gotta give credit when credit's due. Skip or something.
Yeah, Skip. I get it.
Like CDM, that's my CDM. And my midfielder stays the same as well. Bentancur and Holberg. And I put Son on the left as a left mid. That's the left wing back. And I put Kulusevski on the right. As a mid. And then on top I put Richarlison and Kane.
You're right.
Because hear me out. This is my thinking, right? I'm thinking that
But okay.
Kane always drops back.
Sure.
So like when Kane drops back, you have 3 runners with Kulusevski, Son, and Richarlison.
Do you think they start off the season with that lineup though?
No, but I feel like that would be the. But at the end of next season, I feel like that's the lineup they're gonna use the most.
But are we talking like what's day one, or what are we talking about? What's gonna be like the full-fledged lineup? Is that what we're talking about? Because that could be it.
Because what I'm saying is like, okay, look, I understand, but I'm saying if it starts today, Richarlison has more. It has plenty of experience in the Premier League. Mm-hmm. We got Lenglet. Yeah. Lenglet is just better than the other center back options that is in the back.
Right.
Kulusevski, he proved himself last season. Son. Bentancur, Holberg, they had like the best matchup, like togetherness, like in the season after.
They're good duo, yeah.
And I put Richarlison because I just think like since he got like the experience, he knows how to pressure, he knows how to have a high line like pressure together with Everton and stuff like that. I feel like Gunther would like that. Or if not, then just switch Richarlison and Son and put Son as the left striker. But I just don't.
That wouldn't be natural to like. Because think about it. What does Richarlison play in Brazil? He plays like he's like number 9, isn't he? Like
that. I mean, but I understand that. But like, I'm just.
And what he's playing at Everton, I feel like if you're talking like put him in left mid, that's a major departure from what the guy is used to, isn't it?
Nah, but you see how the Spurs play. The Spurs go up and down. Everybody go up and down. Everybody defends. Everybody plays offense. Like I understand Richarlison is not a defensive minded player, but if you have like Led Bentancur right next to him, it's like all right, you're safe. But also like I have like I don't know why, but I have like a deep feeling with Reguilon and Sessegnon since like last season they did decently. And I just think
Sessegnon played way better than Reguilon, but only because Reguilon couldn't finish in opportunities. He can go up and down just fine. But man, he couldn't kick it into the ocean. Man was.
But you said Perisic stuff, so now Perisic like that's just.
How did you forget about Perisic? He was like one of the strongest signings we have.
Man, like it was your first signing though. Like that was like 3 months ago.
Okay, we're like 3 weeks ago, but
Yeah.
he's someone that like at that left wing back position
Because Paris is
is the
just really
first thing I
good.
think about with this transfer window before Richarlison got signed. I was like, wow, we
You guys
really
have a
need.
lot of players.
I know, but yeah, in terms of like, you named a lot of people who are like on their way out.
Oh yeah, look, Perisic. This is like just the bench. Just come on my mind. Perisic, Davis, Emerson, Sanchez, Doherty, Reguilon, Tanganga,
Right.
Wings, Mora,
Tanganga, I think, has
Lucas
a
Mora,
yeah.
and
Tang-
and double S Señor Soso Bisuomo.
Tanganga should get loaned out, I think.
But he did
Or
really
actually,
good though.
yeah, I mean,
Like he was locking Sterling's ass up in the first
that was
match.
one game. We got it. Every
Dude,
time
come
people talk
on,
about
what?
Tanganga, he was one game, and then he got cooked by Zaha and Crystal Palace, like, and then he got sent off. Like I think
He's legit though.
he's legit. Don't get me wrong, and I think he can like be a great first person off the bench for any of the defenders at the right hand side of the field.
He's
So like a
very
Romero.
versatile as well too.
But he can't play right wing back. He can only play the right center back position. He can't. Well, he hasn't proven that he could run up and down and like make crosses and score goals. Like he can't.
But he's not afraid to do that. Emerson just doesn't do that.
Emerson, my man, just be doing a samba dance every time he gets the ball. I hate him, man. I hate that.
All right, so let's just say the Celso is out. The
He's
double is
definitely
out.
He's going to a La Liga club. Yeah.
You think
what?
You think Wings are out too?
Wings is definitely out. That man needs to play in League One. That man needs to go. That man needs to go.
And to be honest with you, since like we got Perisic now, I'll sell Reguilon.
Reguilon on his way out?
I'll sell him.
I heard Barca rumors, which would be crazy. Because he played for Real Madrid. Yeah, like that'd be crazy.
Like matter of fact, like Barcelona's just looking for every player in the market. They need players.
They need money is what they need. And, I don't know.
Yeah, but like,
but yeah, Reguilon is a complete. If we keep him, I wouldn't be mad because he's a hard worker. Like he does his thing on the field. But like, if you're gonna play him at, you think he could play left center back? Maybe
I don't know.
No, he can't.
For that.
Yeah.
Probably played left wing. Like, okay, it's just FIFA, but like there was at some point he had like a FIFA Sevilla card. He said left wing.
Really?
Yeah. It was of course an inform or some shit. Like, I mean, he played at it obviously. So
but he need I can't see him at left wing back.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your lineup.
Yeah. So yeah.
Right.
So you guys beat Arsenal in top 4.
Okay.
Past season.
That's man.
The last time you guys were in Champions League, you guys got hammered by Bayern.
Yes, 7-0 or something like that at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the first year of the London Stadium, right?
That's just how it goes, man. When you play Bayern in your own home, you just get mollywopped.
So basically, like, just give your UCL predictions. Even though we still don't know the draw, like, for bad luck, you guys get like the group of death, have like 3 top clubs.
Sure.
Like, because that always happens to Conte, to be honest with you.
Conte doesn't have great international success from what I've seen.
He has not.
Yeah,
I have the record here. He has not. Like,
yeah, with the Inter team that he like won a bunch of titles with.
But even with the Juve team though, do you mean the Juventus? Because he just won.
Who sorry, yeah.
With Juventus, he just went to the final once and lost to MSN, which is everybody was gonna lose to that Barcelona. But like, we got the favorites already. We got Man City, Liverpool, Real Madrid, PSG, Bayern. Those are the favorites. Just get away from that. But like, let's just say that you guys have like a pretty easy group. Let's say you guys, face AC Milan.
I think we make it out the group. That's my prediction. I think we make it out the group. I think we lose in the round of 16 or the quarters. I don't think we make it past the quarters for sure. I think it's just the reality of it. I think
the Champions League has been so weird this past season though. Like in the past, like last season. I mean, obviously, Real Madrid coming back from all the games.
But I'm talking like if I was a betting man, right? Anything can happen. Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
But if I'm a betting man, I don't think we are making it past the quarterfinals and into the semis.
I think
I think we make it to the quarterfinals at best. I know for sure we make it out the group stage.
I say the same thing.
Yeah, because you can't tell me that we won't be the 2 out of the 4 teams.
But you guys are the type of team to just like lose all your group stages team. I mean games. You guys are that type of team. You wouldn't even make it to Europa League.
Damn, you right.
You guys are. I'm just saying, like it could go like.
I mean, what you talking about? Europa League, Europa Conference League, where we played like our under 21s essentially, or are you talking about Europa League?
I'm talking about Europa League because if you get eliminated, if you're the 3rd place in the group stage, you guys get sent there.
Yeah. I do not want to go to the Europa League and then meet Arsenal there after all that crap we talked over the past couple months about. Like, no, that can't happen to us. We need to make it at least to the quarters, bro. Yeah, that's so my UCL prediction is definitely pass group, definitely. At best quarters. I don't see us making it past anything past that. So like snug between.
I say around 16 quarters as well.
Yeah.
But like just UCL X's for 2013, 12, and through 2016 with Juve. He has like eliminated in around 16. He was 3rd place in 13-14, went to Europa League, didn't win that. And then the 15-16 season, he obviously went to the finals and lost. And I love talking about Inter because in every season that Inter went to the UCL, they met Real Madrid in the group stages. And well, you know what happened. They didn't even make it past the group stages.
I mean,
apart from this season they made it past. They faced Liverpool.
I guess I don't want to make it that like Conte's like completely cursed in the Champions League.
I mean, he went to the final.
Yeah, so like I think
it's so hard to make it like to the Champions League final. Like people don't understand that.
Right.
Like fans don't understand how hard it is. Like literally play 3 matches in a week in a 7-day week period.
Yeah. I think I'm not thinking about like his past success for failures in the Champions League. I'm simply thinking about our team. And I think our team is good enough to make it to quarters.
Every month you're playing like a top 16. Or like a team like West Ham, Leicester, or like Wolves. Yeah. Like, those teams are legit tough.
Yeah. So you want to talk about PL predictions?
I got the going back to top 4 to be honest, if they stay healthy.
I have top 4. And the reason you have to think about who's not going to be top 4, presumably, right? If we're
all right, Man City, Liverpool stay 3rd and 4th. I just grab
3rd and 4th are up in the air, and Chelsea typically a lock year in and year out. New ownership, a couple players left. I know,
but like that's. If you put Chelsea as of right now in 3rd, you just don't know about football.
No, I'm not putting them in 3rd. I'm not putting them.
No, but I'm just saying in general. Like if somebody has a prediction done today, and they put them in 3rd, that's just
that would be a weird call. I mean, your most elite player, technically on paper, your 2 most elite players are out, right? Like Rudiger and Lukaku on paper, those guys are like Rudiger, from a value standpoint.
Like your best player right now is Harvard. And as good as he is, all right.
You said Havertz is their best player?
I think so. Or Kante.
Yeah.
I was saying, who gave you the ghost this past season? Harvard.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have. Like when I think about that team now and the way they're like, and then they have Thiago Silva's coming back, right?
Yeah, but like 38.
He's like 38. Okay, he's 38, but let's be real.
I know. But like still, though.
If you want a defender to get 1 season out of, I take Thiago Silva over pretty much any player on my team right
now.
I think they're a 3 or 4. I think Tottenham is a 3 or 4. I think you know who I think is a wild card next season?
Like I wanted to ask you that, yeah.
Newcastle.
They're never getting top 4.
I don't think they're okay. So I think they'll surprise a lot of people, bro. I really do. The transfer window is still open, man. They ended the season. I think if we're talking like second half standings, right? And granted, there are variables to that. Yeah, variables to that, like strength of schedule and stuff like that. But
they were top 4, definitely.
They were like top 4. They were like, I think they were like They scored. It was Liverpool, Man City, Newcastle, Tottenham. How crazy is that?
But you guys didn't lose a game though. You guys are just
Huh?
drawing. You guys
Yeah,
never
yeah.
lost a game.
We lost games. We lost
With
games.
Conte?
Yes.
Oh, obviously, like okay.
Oh,
I meant
do
like
I have to remind you of Man City beating Man City and then like 3 days later going to Burnley and losing? Trust me, I remember that
but
clearly.
there was like a run where you guys having like you guys were like an 11-game run or something like that, like close to that you guys haven't lost. And it was one of the
Potentially,
it was literally before the Liverpool match that I went to watch it with you. And like somehow, some way, you guys also got a point out of that game. Surprising.
Yeah, but from a PL standpoint, I think it's Liverpool, Man City, interchangeable at 1 and 2. I think
but
you have
third. Like let's just Arsenal.
I'm very confident that we will get.
If y'all stay healthy, y'all making the top 4.
I think
Conte knows how to do that.
So in terms of the signings can we talk about like comparing our signings to other people's signings as a way to talk about how top 4 is going to shape up? Because first of all, Arsenal signed that midfielder from Porto.
Porto, yeah.
They signed Jesus. That's it, right?
Good signing though. And they signed a different, like another Brazilian youngster.
Yeah.
I don't know him. I don't think he's gonna get any play time.
You asked an Arsenal fan, you would have thought Matt Turner. Come on. But you asked an Arsenal fan about signing Jesus, and you would have thought they actually signed Jesus Christ. Like they are like up in the air about this guy. He's legit. All right, whatever. But like, do you think he's like a game-changing striker?
I think so. I mean,
we all thought Aubameyang was a game-changing striker.
Every time he plays against Real Madrid, I don't know why, but he just shows up. Like he's a big game player. Like you cannot say
big game,
not to start
changer. Not to start on Man City though.
Dude, like they had like 10 players out of the winger position.
Right,
like,
but like
that's so hard. And then especially
he's a striker, right? He's a striker, but Man City.
But he's not a striker.
So what the hell is he?
He's like a versatile, like forward.
Just a forward. Just a forward.
Yeah,
right?
like you could play him everywhere.
Yeah, fair. But again, when you compare the moves we made to, I don't think Arsenal made moves that were strong enough to really solidify a top 4 place.
I think so. Personally, I think Gabriel Jesus is like a statement. It's a statement signing.
Signing.
Oh, we're gonna be here. We're not shying away.
Sure, but it's not. I don't think it's potentially. But
it's not a sign. It's like Arsenal. It's like they haven't made any signings because like they have like a sort of deep squad though. Like they got mad people coming from I don't know, like Saliba. He's legit.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the Premier League, but he has done bits for Marseille.
So
for the top 4, I'm gonna go straight up with obviously Man City or Liverpool winning the title.
No, say someone. You have to actually name them.
Okay, I'm being biased though. Liverpool, obviously.
You genuinely think Liverpool's gonna beat Man City next year? Like that. You have to think in your heart of hearts.
Hell yeah.
And say it.
Hell yeah. Liverpool will win the Premier League.
Okay, so Liverpool won, right?
Yeah. I got Liverpool winning the next year. We got Man City go second, obviously. I got third Spurs.
All right.
4th Arsenal. Well, it's gonna be like a 1 point differential. And then 5th, 6th, Man United or Chelsea. Or those 2. I feel like Man United will bounce back. They won't have a worse season than what they had last year. Let's be honest.
I agree. I can't imagine they will.
Because if they will, then that's
you saw the news. Well, here's the thing.
Ronaldo's leaving.
Ronaldo is leaving, right? And if I were to like look up like statistically like what games were saved by Ronaldo just going buck wild with strikes.
I mean, you can start with the Spurs game.
Huh? Yeah, Spurs. The hat trick against Spurs. Yeah. Away at Spurs. There were so many games where he just and a lot of games in Champions League too, and in European football last year where he just saved them.
Dude, like I said this in the last episode, it's like Man United are so focused on signing De Jong that they don't even know they won't have him. It's like it's surreal. It's like it's legitimately surreal because they gave 20 million to Erin Teghart. Just do your thing, bro. Just give us the names. We out. And just to sign Malacia from PSV, and that was announced like what, yesterday Oh, did they?
They signed someone. Yes, I didn't even. You see, like their signings don't even make news anymore. That's sad.
They
That's
signed
crazy.
Malasia. He's like a fullback. I don't even know if he's a right back or left back. I've never seen him in my life. Like, no
Oh my
disrespect to the
god.
dude. He's probably legit, but like I don't watch the Netherlands league. Like I don't watch the Holland league. But
Yeah,
like
I mean, why would you? Let's be
it's
real.
just
It's a
Ajax. It's like a
yeah,
it's really like a Bundesliga, like a bootleg Bundesliga. Like you know who's
yeah,
gonna win the league already.
yeah. It's sort of like
And
weird, but yeah. I think like for me, honestly, like I I think Man U will bounce back, but not bounce back and make
obviously
it
it
to the
would take
Champions
time.
League.
They will
Yeah,
not make the champion. If they do that, that's the job that Ten Hag has done. He's already a legend in the club. He didn't
well,
make it to the Champions League.
my 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 top four is the same as yours. I think actually Arsenal will, like crack four. I think Chelsea is
Just the fact that they had that horrific start in August, September last season, and
yeah
still pushed to the top four, like, apart from the
mhm,
last week or so. That's
yeah
just surreal. It's so underrated. Like people will never give credit to Arsenal for that. But
yeah
with that young squad too, like they don't have a true leader. Like the
yeah.
leader is Odegaard. He's like 25,
And
24
he
or
was a
something.
new signing last season.
He was in his, I mean, but he was unknown the season before. Like he already
Was
knew the
he?
guys.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, what team was he on
He was
before?
for Arsenal, he was for Real Madrid. Real Madrid loaned him to Real Sociedad. He came back and then
Oh,
they loaned him on the winter of the season before this one. They loaned him in the winter to Arsenal. He played the
mhm,
second half of the season, went back to Real Madrid through the summer, and in the summer they bought him. So he already knew the people.
yeah.
So it's like,
But I think yeah, I think that's like a good top four. I think it's
like
just like based off of like how things ended last season and moves made in the transfer window thus far as of July 2nd,
those
2022.
are the four teams that have been pretty aggressive in the transfer window
Hey man.
from the Premier League. Like Arsenal
Yeah.
has been aggressive. They be trying.
Yeah.
At least they got
Yeah.
two signings. Well, three if you count the Brazilian dude. Do you guys have
I'm
more than four?
I'm just so
Liverpool
envious
really
of
don't need to do signings, but they're just getting backups in Darwin Nunez.
yo,
And Man
that's a
City
big
just
signing.
Man City.
Yeah, announced yesterday, getting your boy back. You
To
know
be
you
honest,
guys
dude, I'm afraid. I'm
what?
afraid. I Salah like Salah went to AFCON and never came back. Was never the same. Like he was like if we have the Salah that we had in December in the
Yeah.
Champions League final in the last 3 weeks at the end of the season,
Mhm.
we wouldn't be struggling. Like we were struggling. Like you could see the team was tired.
Right.
And then even the Champions League, like okay, I understand Courtois was like the big thing, but like, he could have done better.
Yeah.
He was stuck in that shit too.
Yeah. I
He
mean,
was stuck in that shit too.
yeah, he wasn't actually the same after AFCON. You're totally right. Because
Yeah,
like Son definitely caught him in the Golden Boot race at a time like in the second half of the season when we
he
all
didn't score
thought
for
Salah
seven
was
matches.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
if it
we all
wasn't
thought
for
he was
Mane,
gonna
we
move
would
it.
have been. I don't think we would have been in the second spot. We wouldn't have that push against Man City if
Mhm.
it wasn't for Mane, which
Right.
is very sad to go because like I say, okay, Salah is special. Like let's not lie, he's special. But it's just like Salah always has those periods of time where he just like goes like it's like it's so easy to figure him out if that makes sense. Like for example, the first season he got 35 goals. That's
Mhm.
so real. In the second season, 20. That's not bad. But after 35, you expect, oh, this dude is about to make a push, you know?
Yeah.
And then another 20. And then in the COVID season, he had less than 20. He had 19. Okay. Almost 20. But
Yeah.
like, and now this season, you was at 18 for like a good 6 weeks.
I think
And
it's
then
also
push.
yeah, I
And
mean
then the last few
from
goals was
season
also penalties. Let's
yeah,
not
and
forget
that's
about that.
by the way, I'm like that's one of my big things about this whole Golden Boot race. Like if you are tied with someone else and someone did not score any penalties to get those, they were like an actual in-game like inflow fucking goals. That should be the tiebreaker in my opinion.
To be honest with you, I disagree with you. I don't agree with
I
that.
mean, like,
Because it's
cause
still a goal. It's like if I mean you've never played like legit football, but like
sure, but like,
penalties are so hard to take.
I feel like if you're an elite goal scorer, though, yeah, they're not hard. They're not hard to take. They're
I
not hard to
know.
take. If you're in a league, those four,
I'm not taking
the
no
way
credit away
both
from
of them
Son.
are,
I'm not
and
taking
I'm
no
not
credit
taking
away from Son because
and
like
I'm
Son
not
is like
taking
that's
credit away
legit.
from
Like that's
Salah either.
crazy.
But I'm just
No
saying, right?
penalties. How many was it? 24, 23?
23.
23.
23
That's
or
great.
24. Yeah.
23 goes without.
23 goals, no penalties, bro. Like that's
That's
amazing.
legit.
Can you imagine if half of the penalty kicks that Harry Kane had to take, which is maybe like 5 all
They
season?
got probably 30.
Yo, he would have been close to 30, man. But hey,
Even
no
though
one's
Harry
complaining.
Kane missed a few, right? He missed like 2. He
Harry
missed
Kane didn't
one.
miss.
There was like
No,
a game where you guys had 2 penalties. He missed one and he scored. I
he
remember
probably missed one,
one. But he
maybe.
missed them.
He don't really
one.
miss, bro.
Yeah, that left foot.
Anytime we get that penalty call, I'm just like, oh yes, just put it on the
Easy
scoreboard.
catch.
Put it on the scoreboard, bro.
I feel like you guys. I feel like Spurs is winning the trophy.
I think
You guys have to win Carabao Cup or FA Cup.
And here's the thing: I'm not even gonna sell the club short and being like, maybe we need some. No, I think we can win one. I think we can
have you guys
sneak away
being a
with the trophy.
finalist. I have you guys as a finalist for any domestic cup.
Yes, I agree.
Because if you guys don't, I mean, for the Community Shield, you guys can obviously play because you guys didn't win the league or any domestic cup. Because like the Community Shield is gonna be the boring, normal Man City, Liverpool. Liverpool's not gonna take it serious, so Man City's gonna win that.
That doesn't even really count as a trophy in my opinion, but whatever. It's like the curtain raiser. Like no one really cares. It's just a trophy. They'll play. They'll play. Trust me.
Of course they will. But so I got FA Cup or Carabao Cup. You guys have. I mean, you guys were semifinals for the one last season.
We were
semifinals. You guys lost to Chelsea.
Yes.
In the FA Cup, no, in the Carabao Cup.
Was it the Carabao Cup? I'm trying to recall now.
Yeah, because then you guys lost to.
I know we made it to the League Cup, Carabao Cup final the year before against Man City and lost.
When you guys fired Jose Mourinho the week before.
God, don't remind me. And then we have Ryan Mason coaching the biggest game since the damn UCL final, but whatever. But yeah, I think we win a trophy next season, or at least compete or are super competitive.
I got finalists.
Like
if you guys are not, huh?
I got finalists too. Like my heart of hearts.
At least
stinks.
one of them.
No, so here's the thing. If I'm a betting
squad.
If I'm a betting man, I think we are a finalist.
Yeah,
I will put money on that.
I don't know about winning though.
Do I think winning? Nah, maybe.
So I don't think Liverpool will go to the domestic as they did last season.
And I also hate how Liverpool won their trophies. It's just like it's just like, come on, man. This is how it ended.
We didn't beat Chelsea last season if you think about it.
Huh?
We didn't beat Chelsea last season.
There were 2 draws in the
2 draws in the league and 2 draws in the final. We didn't beat them. Just beat them in penalties. But that's just like it's just like that's you could give credit to Klopp, obviously. But to show it's like it's still a cup, it's still a win.
It is.
You see the stupid ass penalties that we're taking.
Yeah.
And Kepa was just stuck in shit. Just hit it off the roof.
Yeah. Didn't Kepa like stick to one side and Van Dijk
just put his top base in that same side.
Yeah.
Bum. That's what I'm saying. Like, dude has so many bad memories with Chelsea, he just gotta go.
Yeah.
And just start new.
But yeah, I think we win. I think we win. We compete for a domestic trophy. I think we have the potential to win. What?
Yeah, if you guys could beat gassing it, but like if you guys could beat Man City twice in the league, I feel like you guys could definitely make it to a final. With this squad, Perisic, very experienced, Bissouma, a young but experienced in Bissouma. The Brighton team beat Man City once in this past 2 seasons, and they always give him trouble because Graham Potter is like legit.
Brighton also beat Tottenham at home the second half of the season when we were in good form, and Bissouma was annihilating the midfield. So I'm so excited to.
So you got Bissouma, who's very experienced. You got Richarlison. Like, don't forget about the Everton game against Man City.
Yeah,
man. Everton should have won.
That
would have given us a title.
I love.
That was a handball. That's a handball.
I love Richarlison because like I think what we need on our team is sort of like the shithousery.
Yeah.
That like
I hate him with a passion.
I know, but like you sort of like it's almost like Draymond Green on the Golden State Warriors, right? Like although Draymond Green is like less of an impact. I mean, he's a great player.
No,
But
no, he's
anyway,
an
what I'm saying
impactful
is,
player.
yeah,
Yeah, no,
he's
no,
an
like
impactful player.
the
The mental
same
aspect of the
attitude.
game.
Yeah, yeah, I understand.
You sort of
I
need an
understand.
asshole, someone who could like throw themselves around, get you a yellow card every now and then. Like
He's
you
a
sort of
dickhead.
you need
I
that
don't like
toughness.
him.
Like the same way, like I love Romero for being like that
But Romero,
asshole on the pitch.
but Romero, you can tell like Romero, he's not an asshole. Like you see him, he's not an asshole. But the tackles he be hitting though, he be crazy.
It's like a Ford F-150 coming
it's
at
scary.
you.
He's scary, and somehow, some way, he always ends up with the ball. But he don't be talking shit.
What? You don't remember that Man U game when he yelled in Maguire's face during that own goal?
Yeah, that's how y'all lost.
Okay, but what I'm saying, like, even though we lost that, no, I think we drew that
You
game.
guys
Oh no,
lost that.
we lost that game.
That's a
Yeah,
3-2. That's a
yeah. We lost that game. But I like that. Do that. Talk your shit. We need because the thing is we got a squeaky clean image. Human Messi
and Dyer took shit too.
Harry Cocaine. They're too nice.
Yeah.
They're too nice.
Dyer, he's a dickhead too.
Yeah, Dyer's a dickhead, but he's just a tough dude. He's just like he's less of.
And Bentancur? No, Bentancur. No.
Yeah, Bentancur talks his shit. Yeah, Dyer, I feel like is just a tough dude. I don't think he's like talking his shit. He just like don't fuck with me, sort of deal. But yeah, I love the players. I love the squad for next year.
Emerson's too.
Emerson talking.
Regulon is a low key like he talks shit too.
Regulon?
Yeah.
But Regulon's he's such a wuss. Sometimes when I see him, there was this clip of him like trying to like instigate a fight, and I was just like, get this
around.
Yeah, he's a good player though, man. Good, solid guy. But he's not a tough guy. We need toughness, and I like what we got for sure. Yeah, we're gonna be good next season, man.
I can't believe you guys put Richarlison though. I can't believe he even left. He left Calvert-Lewin by himself.
But when you're like they staved off relegation, like it's one of those things where like the club is not heading in the right direction. It's just not. You got to leave it.
To be honest, I feel like they sold him because Everton needs money.
That too. There's like financial fair play implications from selling him for 60 million, which some people would say is overpaying, but whatever. I don't give a fuck.
It's England. It's an England team in between. And this is the thing that I dislike. I just dislike this type of transfers in general. It's like with this like a lower team, like Leeds. Leeds United literally was fighting relegation, and they sold Calvin Phillips.
Mm-hmm.
Your best city, one of the top 5 CDMs in the fucking league.
Yeah.
The crazy shit is like the dude didn't even play last season because he was injured like half of the time.
Yeah, I think.
And they also lost. They about to lose Rafinha to Chelsea.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you do that?
That's not done yet, right? I think it's
no,
like Barca had frozen.
If Barcelona somehow some way takes Rafinha, that would be depressing. But it's like that's ridiculous. Like same thing with Chelsea. Like, what the hell do you need Rafinha? You literally lost 3 center backs.
Wait, Rafinha's is he a center back or
no? He's a right winger.
Right winger.
It's like you lost Christensen, Rudiger. You better lose Spilicueta. It's like, why? Like they're like, hey, I heard that's just a rumor though. That I heard that Neymar they were probably gonna get him. They did with the Neymar, and then they said like they're
wait. When you say we're gonna get him, do you mean Liverpool?
No, Chelsea.
Oh, Chelsea's gonna get. Oh, I heard we're gonna get him.
Oh no.
Yeah. That I saw. Yeah.
Like it's just because Neymar. I'm gonna laugh.
How would that deal work? Would it be on is there a release clause? Like, how would someone land Neymar?
So the reports say that Neymar isn't happy because PSG are willing to let him go if the right offer comes in the table. Mm-hmm. So he's like, oh, so I'm not that important. I bet I won't mind either. But like Chelsea, since with the new owners, they got cash. So like they got money, and they don't owe nothing because they haven't freaking rebuilt the Stamford Bridge in ages. They don't owe anything.
Yeah, I mean,
like Abramovich, like he was a good owner either way. Like outside with the Russia invasion and all the problematic problems, like he wasn't a bad owner to Chelsea.
Yeah, like objectively speaking, like
objectively. As a club standpoint, just football, not politics, nothing outside. Like just football. He was a good owner.
I think one thing I will say that's always weird when I think about Chelsea, and not because we have this amazing stadium that you see before you, nicest stadium in all of London, arguably nicest stadium in Europe, is that they need to do something with that stadium. Like
Bro,
Chelsea's
they
a
don't.
massive club, bro. Like,
They look
and when I see like pictures of Stamford Bridge, I'm like, yo, this looks like Craven Cottage. Like, what the hell are we looking at right now? So like they're a way bigger club than Tottenham. I think, arguably, they're probably the same as Arsenal, right?
but
Uh,
but
but
like I
their
said, like
stadium
Abramovich
sort of blows.
didn't have the same ambitions as Levy, whatever his name is, your owner.
Mm,
Because like Levy built that stadium for concerts, NFL
mhm.
games, and things beyond that.
Genius.
It's like you guys still getting cash. Like right now, like I saw like Spurs Instagram because of
At Guns N'
Richarlison
Roses.
and Guns N' Roses are there performing.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah. They always hold
that's
events there.
it's like all the event. It's like I feel like he's like the person who opened the doors for those type of things. Because
Mhm.
now Real Madrid is doing the same thing with the new Santiago Bernabeu.
Yeah,
They're gonna have NBA games, NFL games. They're gonna have tennis games,
it's an
events,
understanding that, like, at the end of the day, yes, you want to be a
and people.
successful football club, but it's actually a business first and foremost. Unfortunately, right? If you're not financially successful, if the dollars and cents don't make sense, then no one's playing football. No one,
Yeah,
like, football is for a football club, and this is gonna upset a lot of fans, right? Football is second, business is first,
it
and that's
this
what you got to
generation.
understand. Yeah, but it is what it is. If you want to compete in a
I mean,
modern game
you
of
could just tell
football,
with the big example of the Qatar freaking World Cup.
exactly. And as upsetting as that may sound, it's like it's the reason why, like, you look at like a Portuguese club, right? The Portuguese clubs always make a crap ton of money off of players, right? You look at
Wait,
like,
hold on. I when I went to Portugal, right? I obviously went to
mhm,
Benfica Stadium, so I did some research, and then that with Nunez going to Liverpool, I saw the matches, dude. The Portuguese league is actually very poor. Like, of course, they
it's
develop
poor.
good players. Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
they're
see like
they're
if you
poor.
see the games, their stadium literally looks like Macombs.
Yeah, it's bad. You know how they make most of their money? Like half of their
They get
income.
like young players from like places and you just develop them.
It's because they grab a lot of people from Brazil,
Mm-hmm.
and they do a lot of development in Portugal. And their business model in the Portuguese league is like, okay, top two teams, Porto, Sporting,
Mm-hmm.
Benfica, we'll play around in the Champions League. We'll be competitive,
And
but their
Porto,
main source
remember?
of revenue is actually selling players, bro.
I know, but like
That's how they make all their money.
if you
It's a
ever go to
country of like
Portugal, like
it's a
you're
country of like
legit like
15 million people. There's not many football like fans to fund
yeah.
that. So
I
like
mean, but
you
like
need to sell
this like
players.
the Benfica stadium is gorgeous and it's big. The Lisbon,
Benfica's probably the most successful club in terms of selling players, though. That's why.
but also they have won the Champions League.
Oh yeah, yeah, they did. They won it a couple times, or maybe just once. I
And
don't know.
Porto also won it too.
Yeah,
And then Lisbon because of Ronaldo, to be honest.
yeah. But those Portuguese teams are a perfect example of how football's a business first and foremost. Because if they wanted to be successful in the Champions League, Benfica could if they stopped selling their goddamn players.
It's just
But
so tough to keep them though. But even though
they
like Portugal is not
yeah,
a bad country to live though.
it's one of the best countries to live
Yeah.
in.
So it's
Yeah,
like
from a quality standpoint, one of the best. But at the end of the day, if you're
competition is
trying to
not the
play
same, dude.
exactly,
It's like the same three teams every year.
hmm
But I mean, which makes Portugal the top five leagues are Premier League, the Portuguese League, La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A. I mean,
and at the
every La
DoorDash league
Liga
at
league.
the bottom,
What's it? DoorDash? The Uber Eats shit? Nah, they're not even top five. They took him out last
they're
season.
six. Yeah, they're six. Yeah.
It's like that's ridiculous. I mean, I'd take it because I dislike Farmers League, but it's
Yeah.
like, those top three teams like Lisbon won the league last season. It's like the first time they've done it in a minute because it was all Porto or Benfica, and even that like Benfica didn't even make the Champions League last season.
Wait, Lisbon is that Sporting? Wait,
Yeah, Sporting Lisbon. That's what it's
Sporting.
called.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Benfica and Lisbon are both in the same state.
I mean, you say same state, I say same country because the size of Portugal is the size of a damn state to me.
Nah,
But
I mean, if you put a point of view for United States, the whole Europe.
yeah,
Like
pretty much.
when I was traveling, like every like flight was 2 hours. Like literally going to Florida every time.
Yeah, I mean that league is it's just
You just don't stop doing teams.
yeah, it's just top two teams.
And then the Lisbon Stadium, I saw it in the car. Like, dude, like they have like a dragon. Like it's a beautiful stadium. Like search it up. It's a beautiful stadium. Like the way it's built, it's just gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they have a definitive cap in terms of how successful they can be. Not to say they'll never win the Champions League, but it'll be extremely difficult for any Portuguese league to ever.
It's very hard for teams like that to win it though.
Yeah,
and like in this age, like it's always gonna be like a team, like a legit team. Like when was the last time underdog won it?
I'll tell you right now. Actually, no. But you know what's interesting when like 9 and Forest was like doing their run for because now they're promoted, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they got
And
two Champions League.
No, I think they have like three.
Three?
Is it
They
two?
probably have three. They have 2 or 3. Yeah.
Yeah, 9
Or
and
Aston
Forest.
Villa, they have one.
Yep. That's why Aston Villa in the last game of the season was talking crap to Man City fans because they were like, "You'll never call yourself European champions" or something like that. And I was like, "Oh right, Aston Villa won a Champions League like decades ago." But
for those bad teams, everything matters though, to be honest.
yeah, hey,
and like I was like,
Aston Villa not a bad club though.
And talking about like you said dark horses and like you said Newcastle early on. I feel like Dunn Forest could make like a big run. Like I feel like they're gonna be like the Brentford this season. But like the difficult things like who goes down.
It's like, I don't know.
I am so high on Brentford after the season they had that I feel like we'll stay for a couple years.
I think they'll stay for a couple years. Absolutely. They were a really competitive team. Every time Brentford played, like you knew like you were playing like a solid, legit mid-table team. Yeah,
but like the thing with Brentford is like obviously your financial is not as big as other clubs in the league.
But that's fine, bro.
But yeah, that's the thing though. The thing's like plenty of squads now have like a very deep squad. And it's like the way that they play is very tiring. And they don't have a deep squad.
But so I will say,
you remember that run when they were fighting relegation and they picked it up at the end of the season when they were like, "Oh, all right, we're fine."
Because you know what made the difference for them? Christian Eriksen, like apparently, like made all the difference for them.
And then he's on his way to, like, I really want him to stay at Brentford. Like, I want him to stay.
I would want him to stay at Brentford too, because at this stage in his career, not to say that he's super old. I think he's probably only late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah,
like
he's still 30.
Yeah, but he
probably
want him
at Liverpool too,
Champions League.
If he goes to Liverpool, I'll be very good. Thiago, because Thiago's injury prone. Like we haven't seen a full season of Thiago. Oh my God, Eriksen and Hendo and Elliot or Fabinho. Oh Lord, help me. That would be, and then him teaching both Elliot and Curtis Jones. Oh, that would be the best.
In terms of Nottingham Forest, like this is technically from Middlesbrough. Jed Spence at right wing back. Mm-hmm. He's a Tottenham target. That's like very close to signing.
Yeah, but Brent Johnson, which is they also they signed legit players though. Like they signed Dean Henderson.
Wait, who?
Dean Henderson. Forest.
Oh yeah.
They signed Dean Henderson. So they have a keeper. They have the second goalie is a United States keeper, which is pretty legit too. He's all right. They signed Brent Johnson, the Wales. That dude plays for Wales. Yo, he's really good.
Yeah.
Brent Johnson, yeah, he's pretty young too. And they signed him in a long-term deal. I don't think that he will last that whole 3 or 4 years. I don't know why he signed to, because a big team is gonna soup him up. But they also signed
Brennan Johnson,
Brandon Johnson, sorry. Yeah, he's from Wales. He's legit. Like he's really good. I mean, he's really good in the championship. We haven't seen him in the Premier League, but in the Nations League, when Wales faced Ukraine, which I watched the game, he was all right. And in the Nations League, he actually scored a lot of goals.
Yeah.
And he's like, not a managed Nations League, but still, like in the Premier League, like I feel like he will have like shine if he stays healthy. So and they also signed like a player like in the Bundesliga who's all right.
Who are the 3 teams who are getting promoted?
Bournemouth. You see that where Ramsdale used to play? Just put Bournemouth.
Yeah, I'm looking
I
at it
don't know.
right now.
Fulham and
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth, yeah,
Yeah,
that.
gotcha.
And
Yeah, I mean,
Fulham just signed Paulinho. He's like one of the he's like the second or first CDM in the Portuguese league. I mean, in the Portugal national team.
can I just say how probably upsetting it is to be a club like Norwich City or Fulham that literally flip flops between the damn Championship and Premier Leagues? That must wreak
Yeah.
havoc on like your financials, because
No,
like
but like if you get relegated, you get a lot of cash though.
if you get relegated, you don't get a lot of cash. If you get
No,
promoted, you mean.
nah, you do though. You get like a bonus, like not a bonus, like oh yeah, you made it back, but like you get cash.
If you get relegated from Premier League to Championship,
Yeah,
you
I think
get
so. I think
money.
like that was yeah. I think like last season, I think there was like a article saying like a lot of teams don't mind getting relegated because they still get the money.
No way.
I
Are you
think well
serious?
probably fake like for sure. I'm probably bugging, but like I remember seeing like a debate where it was
That
like
would that would be crazy.
because like Norwich is like you cannot make this shit up that every time they're in the Premier League they go back to the Championship.
It's
Same thing
because
with Fulham.
it's the reason why that happens is because they
Because
don't acclimate themselves on the field and from a business standpoint for the Premier League. They don't have the players and the longevity to at least be mid-table or lower mid-table or
I
something
mean
like that. Like a
the Preds
Brentford,
are
like
pretty
like what
bad though.
Brentford did, like Brentford's move to get Ericsson. That's exactly like what. Obviously, that's a difficult thing to sort of like do,
Yeah,
but like,
like dude, like
and one would say that they're like pretty lucky to do that, but
yes,
you once you get to the Premier League, like changes have to be made for you to to stay in it, and like you should be doing those changes because the financial implications from a broadcast rights standpoint, the TV money are so big. Like might as well like put your money on black, make a big bet on a player, and see if it helps you stay. But
no,
some people don't do that.
but all right. So let's see the last two questions I want to ask though. As a Spurs fan, what should Spurs ambition looks like after the season they had last season?
Spurs ambitions is
Like what you think that coming to the season, like yo, we need to do this legit.
we
Like for example,
absolutely
like Champions League and I mean like Champions League. Sorry, I'm sorry. Man City and Liverpool, like it's either a trophy or bust.
right. We are
Like
not trophy or bust.
mhm.
I don't think we can say that. I think what it is that we have to be firmly in the top four picture, and and we need to be ultra competitive for trophies. If we win a trophy, even better. But if I was again a betting man, I don't think we win one next year. But I think what has to stop is people looking at Tottenham like, oh yeah, they may beat Liverpool or Man City this week, but they're just
Yeah,
gonna go down to Bournemouth and lose.
okay.
After like the
Yeah,
consistency is the big thing for us. That like personally me, I would like that to be the next step. It scares the living crap out of me when we are able to beat or draw against a Liverpool or Man City, and then a week later we
we lose to
go and
Burnley.
we lose to Burnley. Like what? That makes no sense to me. And those are the games that scare me, right? Because okay, you lose to Liverpool or you draw against Liverpool, Man
You
City. It's
understand
like
that?
you understand that. I can't understand like go like losing to Brentford at home. Like I'm not that doesn't click for a club that's in the Champions League, for a team that has Champions League ambition. So the one thing I want out of Tottenham this season is consistency and to absolutely like demolish the teams we should be. If we win a trophy, fantastic. You exceeded my expectations. But I just want us to be firmly in top four. That's it.
Okay, so if the summer champion window ended today, are they your winners?
Are we the winners? I don't know how
For
we
the
could
champion.
not be the winners of the transfer
You
market.
got
So
you got honorable mentions. Like you got Bayern,
because
United,
because I will
with the
yeah, but those are
Ajax boys.
but here's the thing.
You
Here's
got
the thing.
Borussia Dortmund
You
after
got you got
Haaland,
you got you got Eric Holland
Real
and
Madrid,
Alvarez signing at Man City. Like you got people, other teams making
Liverpool.
moves. Don't get me wrong, but like the moves that Tottenham are making
Oh, to
have
get better.
bigger implications for
Okay, yeah.
Tottenham than like okay, Man City, you signed Eric Holland. No one was. Let's keep it a stack. Were we all impressed when that happened? No, because we all said you guys were winning the league anyway, right? Like it's one of those things where like okay,
I hate them so much.
Mane is signing for Bayern Munich. you guys are winning the German league and you guys are going to be in the semifinals of the Champions League anyway. Like, Tottenham needed to make these moves. They made those moves. And now you feel more confident for that team.
Yeah.
For Man City signing Eric Haaland, it's like, yo, you guys didn't need him. Good for you. Fantastic. That's a way better signing than all of our signings combined, but it doesn't have big implications for your club the way the signings that we're making has for ours. That's why I think we won. So, yeah, I'm excited.
But yeah, well, thank you so much for coming to the podcast.
Absolutely, anytime, sir.
To everyone that's listening or watching, happy 4th of July, since this episode is gonna be uploaded next week.
Yeah.
And yeah,
you gotta invite me for the follow up when we sign some more players. I know we're gonna sign Spence,
definitely listen. Definitely, I want to have another podcast like the week before the season starts, just because I want to make like the prediction, like a legit prediction of the whole Premier League table.
And I think what we should do is that we should have a representative from each club, a fan of each major club.
Dude, that's a lot.
Yes, we got to do it.